6 different cards that hold 6 different answers to the following question. Who is the next person who you will date? So this is for single people, or I guess people who are like, I'm done with the relationship I'm in. I want to know what's next. So let's see who your next lover / the next person you're going to date. Let's see what they'll be like. Okay? So I'll give you a few minutes to pick a card. Pick a card, pick a... What's this thing? When you eat in the car, things just trip on you. Probably that strawberry juice. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's get started. Oh, you can see my reflection. So let's do 1. Oh! And all these are on top because this is going to talk about their past, present, and future. Okay? Forgot to say that. The next person that you're going to be with, number 1, is kind of introvert with the Hermit card. They like to do things indoors or inside. They might also like easily get overwhelmed by big crowds of people. Maybe too many people. Maybe they only have a number of people that they can talk to a day, which is real. Number 1, you might have a karmic tie with them. With the 5 of Pentacles, they possess something that you need to learn. They might also, this also tells me they might come into your life where you feel like you have absolutely no options. This is not to say that this person, this next person you're going to be with, you'll be with out of desperation. I'm not saying that. But they'll kind of be like, oh, and you'll be like, what? So I feel like that's what this card might mean. This card might also mean you might come into their life or they might come into your life when they're not at the top of their game financially. That doesn't mean that they're going to use you or anything like that, but that's what this card is telling me. The next person that you're going to be with will ask you out first. They're going to approach you first, so you don't have to worry about, oh, will I have to go up to this person? Is this a person I'm afraid to slide in the DMs or come up to? This person will come up to you and ask you out, or they'll slide into your DMs, or they'll instant message you. I don't know how you communicate with people, but they're going to approach you. With the Queen of Wands, even though they might not have that much when you meet them, possibly, or they might be like, they might not have that many friends. They're very, very nurturing with the Queen of Wands. They'll always be there for you to listen to you. They always want to know how you're doing. They might cook for you. They might even tuck you in, which is wild. But it's because this is the Deku Butler, and he's taking care of his child from Majora's Mask. And so, yeah, they might really be, like, they might fix your clothes before you leave and tuck in your shirt. You're like, why are you doing this? I'm not a child. The 8 of Pentacles, what I will say is this person does have a plan, though. So, you know, they might be interning, or have several part-time jobs. They might not be necessarily CEOs or balling, but they have a plan and they've taken action on that plan, right? So when you go out with them, they're not going to be like, oh, one day, you know what I'm saying, I want to be an astronaut. And then you're like, well, are you a physics major? Are you in a physics program? And they're like, oh, no, it's not going to be like that. Like, this person might be a PhD student and they're like, yeah, I would like to become an astronaut or become an infectious disease PhD, or they might be getting their Masters of Arts and they're like, yeah, I want to teach art and also do art. They're working towards their goals, so it's not like they're just broke because they're not inspired to do anything. They're inside a lot of the times reading and learning about investments and stuff. So, they definitely have a solid plan. So it's not like you're getting with a bum. With the 5 of Cups, this person will see you as a jewel. You see that shining bottle that they never thought that they would be able to come across, because I'm feeling like they're used to subpar people and they don't see you as subpar. And also, they'll just brighten you up if you feel like you've been in a tough spot. You might meet them when you're in a tough spot, or when you're just fed up with being disappointed or stood up. That's what I get. I get that this person is really caring and they really are planning to be something one day. And they're currently training or doing something to get to that point. Now, this is past, present, future. I said past, future, present. That doesn't work, right? So in the past, this person had a lot of luck in love because they had a pretty good looking future. It's really not about now. What attracted people to them was their future. They're also very charming, very adventurous. So in the past, they had really good luck when it came to love. In the present, this person will probably ask you out through a DM. I don't think they could still come up to you, but I really feel like they're going to ask you out in an indirect way because the 7 of Swords is here. But also this might mean in the present that they still have not approached you, but they're looking at your stuff online and they're trying to figure out how to approach you. In the future, they will see you as someone to invest in and someone who is dedicated to their investment. Honestly, I know that it scares people when the reading says that the person doesn't have much money at the current time, but I really don't think that this person will just take you for your money or use you to come up, especially when this is in the future card. Now, if there was another future card, that's a whole nother situation. But because it's a page card, because it's a Pentacles card, this person really sees like development and investment in you. Pentacles Earth cards are all about the long term, longevity. So overall, this person is working on themselves, and you'll run into them while they're working on themselves. And you might be, it really gives me this feeling that you might be a very extroverted person while they might not be. You'll probably inspire them, hey, let's go do stuff. And that's probably why they really like you. And y'all will be together. So that's number 1. That's going to be your next boo. So if you like, who is my next boo about to be? That's going to be your boo. So 2. Now we're going to 2. 2, who is the next person? Ugh, let me get comfortable that you're going to be with. Okay, you ready? Past. present, future. Okay. Oh God. I knew that this would happen, so the next person that you're gonna be with or in a relationship with or ask you out, they are very well supported in the community with the Six of Pentacles. People support what they say. Sometimes they can turn people into sheep. And it's not because they're manipulative, but that they're such good speakers and people follow them and listen to them. They could be an influencer. They could be a public speaker, like some type of public figure. And they're very, I also have this feeling they're very intellectual because usually people don't follow, well, that's not always true. Usually people follow people who have their facts straight and know what they're talking about. So this person has a lot of backing, a lot of supporters, fans, and they will definitely support you. They might even have a good job. That's a possibility here. With the Eight of Swords, I feel like this person will surprise you because the way that they think is not withheld to the way that most people think. Like sometimes you meet people and you're like, of course you think this way because everybody's been taught to think this way and see things this way. This person is not that way, and that's probably why a lot of people follow them, listen to them, because they're very bright and they've gotten through their own limitations in regards to their thoughts and ideas on things. With the Three of Cups, this person will probably ask you out to a bar. They'll probably ask you out for drinks. That's probably going to be the first thing they ask you out to. Or it's very likely that this person will approach you at a party. Like it's pretty much very possible. Especially because like so many people flock around them, even if they're not really, really friends. Like this person just knows everybody, it feels like. So they might see you at a party and be like, I don't know you actually, like can I get to know you? Like I feel like that's gonna be the initiation of things. With the King of Swords, yeah, this person's really smart, really cerebral. You might think like when they're trying to like talk to you and stuff that they're just intrigued by you, like you're some type of uh I don't know, you're some type of rare gem found in a mine, and or maybe you're like some kind of extinct species, but that's not why they're talking to you. They actually like the way that you think. And they think that they need someone who thinks like them. They don't need someone who will bring down their intellectual image because I feel like that's really big for them. They might be an academic or they come off with a philosopher type vibe. Like they read a lot. This person reads a lot. But they're social too. Like really, really interesting. They read a lot and I have this feeling they talk to a lot of people, so they have a lot of thoughts about things and opinions that people like listening to because they come with their facts. With the Knight of Pentacles, this person invests in a lot of different things, and they probably get their income from a lot of different things too, and this also tells me they will not hesitate to pay for your meal, drink on the first date. Like they'll be like, what are you doing? Bring that bill over here. Bring that bill over here. Yeah, I really feel like this person is really smart. Like that's gonna be the first thing it's really smart yet really charming. And everyone always asks them what they think about politics, maybe the environment. Like they're very knowledgeable people. Now, In regards to this person's love life, in the past, they really, I feel like they just really liked people based on their intellectual conversation, their debating skills. It made them excited, like, woo, yes, this is how you think. Wow, I think this is amazing. And in the present, I feel like this person is dealing with whoever because they feel like they'll never find someone who intellectually stimulates them or is on their level, so they kind of just run through people. I'm gonna be real with you. They're kind of stuck in this double energy where they just are like, I just don't think I'll be with anyone. I just don't think that's possible. I don't think anyone is like me or thinks like me. I don't think they exist. I think all people are this way or that way. But in the future, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit more, it's going to be a little longer for you to run into this person. In the future, now the future could be any time. I don't know. It could be a year, it could be tomorrow. You let me know in the comments. But the star card is here. So I feel like in you, they'll think differently about finding that special someone. Like, oh, there is someone out here who thinks like me, who is smart, who is engaging and intriguing. You know, you'll feel like very refreshing to them. And they might they might also tell you on their first date about their past, which is probably their current present, and you'll probably laugh like, wow, you did a lot of stuff. And they'll probably tell you like, yeah, you know, I just really felt alone, or I was really just trying to cope, or I really just thought everyone was the same. I hear that. So yeah, that's the next person that you're gonna be with. Probably they're probably gonna be really good for your clout too. Like they're just gonna probably get you more followers, or they'll be like, maybe you should write blogs or something. So that's you, number 2. Number 3, who are you gonna end up with? Who are you gonna date? Let's find out, and let's also find out what their past, present, future is all about. Okay. Okay, number 3. Ooh, excuse me. So the person that you're gonna end up with or date next. Okay, this is the next person in line, okay? This person, I feel like this person has not been good with their decision making with the 2 of Swords. They haven't always made the most sound decisions in life. With the 8 of Wands, they might be the type of person that usually rushes into things, goes really fast. Woo! Adventurous. Let's go. Let's go on that roller coaster. Let's jump off this cliff and land on a mattress. Now, I have a feeling you, the person that picked this, you're a very mature, level-headed person, because I kind of see that this person is not that way. With the 3 of Wands, they probably live far away, but it doesn't feel far away because they're always going from place to place. So they'll come back to you eventually. You know what I'm saying? They'll be back in town eventually. This might worry you at some point because you're like, well, are we ever going to end up in the same place? But I feel like they have the career where, you know, they won't be jumping all the time from place to place forever. But that is the current read that I get from that. With the 4 of Cups, even though they're all springy, happy, I can tell that sometimes moving from place to place and leaving one place, going to the other, going from one thing to another, it has caused like some type of emptiness, sadness inside because they still don't have someone that they can call home, even though I know there's a poem where you should never call someone home. But what I'm saying is they might not have too many reliable people in their lives. They just have people who are there for a second and gone. So when they meet you, it's gonna surprise them. Someone who actually wants to keep up with them is gonna have them shook. With the Page of Pentacles, this person is on contract somewhere. They're on contract somewhere. They signed something. They might be a traveling something. Insert there. Traveling engineer, traveling salesman, traveling artist. They have a contract, but it has its termination date. So they won't always be like this. But that's where they are now, and they need the money. They can't just stay in one place and not make money. But with the Ace of Wands, they really are going to help motivate you to do stuff and get yourself out there and be adventurous. And yeah, you might be someone who's very very like, this is my path. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna derive from it. And they're gonna say, well, sometimes you need to take a break, okay? And sometimes you need to have a little fun. So I feel like that's who your next lover is going to be. And you're gonna show them like that people with roots, and people who are solid, and people that they can rely on actually exists, because this person is not used to that. They might not even have an actual home to go back to anymore, or maybe they don't go home that much. With the Knight of Pentacles, in their past, they usually dated people who looked like they made a lot of money, or looked like they were really stable, or looked like they had a high position status. But they realized these people, even though they had such affluent titles or paychecks, they were trash people. In the present, I feel like you might be really successful, or you have a trajectory to be successful. So this person might be a little reluctant as of now to approach you because of the Eight of Swords. They're afraid that you'll be like all the rest. They're afraid that like talking to you and dating you will mean that they're going into the same cycle where the person's not reliant, they only look good, but they're not actually good people, and that's not true. And I feel like with this person, you'll start off talking to them first, and then they'll realize this person is legit, and they'll work through these mental ties of doubt. With the Three of Cups, in the future, y'all are hanging out, going on a trip maybe. In the future, when they introduce you to their friends, that's when you'll know. But always ask. Always ask if something's official, okay? Don't ever assume. Because people love to take advantage of things, man. But I feel like in the future, y'all will meet up a lot, contrary to what you believe, because they are kind of far away, but they'll have the resources and ability to get to you. That's going to be your next lover. So, number 4, who is your next lover / person that you're going to date? So let's see. Your next lover either lives far away, or they just got out of a situation. But to you, it's like they just got out of a situation, but that shows me that they know how to make something last, because I think that their last relationship lasted a long time with the World card. They look at you as somebody that they can grow with and be with for a long time with the Nine of Earth. And I don't think it's just because it's in their nature. But they really do see you as someone who's receptive to growing with them. Because some people are like, I can't even grow by myself. But it's like, no. They see you as a dynamic individual. Fairies and sylphs. This person might really like fantasy stuff. They might really like cartoons. They might really like Harry Potter, magic. They might be like a nerd. Like, oh my God, you have a poster of what in your room? um, you might meet this person in a quirky place, like a out of the ordinary place that you decide to go to one day, and they're just like, hi, and you're like, what? I was just here because I was just curious about what was up in here. With the Ace of Fire, this person is a very passionate person. They put their all into everything that they do, and sometimes this exhausts them. Like sometimes they might have a point, and people might be like, okay, that's enough. Stop talking about it. And they're like, no, 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 I really want you to understand this. Like, this is something I feel. Like, they're really passionate people, maybe type 1 personality type of person. They could be a fire sign with the fire element. But because there's some fire, I feel like they're a fire sign with earth in their chart, maybe, or earth sign with fire in their chart. You might meet them when it's hot, or you might meet them during fire sign season. So during Aries season, you might meet them during Leo season, or you might meet them during Sagittarius season. But they're just very like fiery. They could be a performer or an actor. They're very passionate. Or maybe they're just good at doing poster presentations at their job. Like people are always like, who should speak? This person. With the Ace of Earth, they're really good at saving and doing for themselves. So you don't have to worry about, do I have to be the cleanup woman? Do I gotta, or the cleanup man, or the cleanup person, whatever gender you identify as? No. You don't have to worry about cleaning up anyone's act. This person has got it together, especially financially. They probably have their own apartment and their own car. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know if you're afraid. Okay, this person, they got it, and they want to come to you when they're together because they might have just gotten out of a situation. They don't want you to think that, you're just a temporary thing. They want to prove to you, hey, I'm together, and even though this didn't work out, this is why I'm good for XYZ. You're kind of be like, are you coming to me like you're applying to a job or something? Like, I have this skill, and they'll be like, no, I just want to, let you know. So in the past with the Two of Wands, I feel like this person was in a relationship with someone who lived far away. So they usually date people who don't live next to them. And that's kind of weird, right? Like you'll probably be like, why do you always date people that don't live next to you? But I feel like maybe it's the internet that gives people more access to different people. Like there's this one blogger that I watch sometimes, and she lives in Texas, and her boo lives in Canada. No, she lives in Canada. I think her name is Naturally Nisi, and her man lives in he lives in Texas, and they still make it work. I don't know. That's just how some people are. Like some people are like, I live in a small town. Everyone sucks. Like I don't know. That might be this person's situation. In the present, it's the Hierophant, so they're really serious about finding stability, finding a partnership. They're really serious. They're not playing around right now. And in the future, with the Five of Swords, I see them being booed up with you. Okay, I mean, this is the next person that you're gonna be talking to, and they're gonna have to tell everyone else that they're talking to that they can't talk to them anymore. So they probably are talking to other people right now, probably closer because I think they think that's the resolution. But some people, you're like, oh, that's why I date people elsewhere. That's why I remember. They're gonna have that kind of moment. So yeah, that's gonna be the next person you talk to / end up with. Let me tell you why you're so special. Everybody hated that remix. They're like, Nikki, how can you do that? All right, number 5. Let's see who your next boo thing's gonna be, and also their past, present, future. Okay. The next person that you're going to be with, they might currently still be in a relationship, so it might be a while for y'all end up together. They might be on the verge of breaking up right now, but whatever they in, it's not gonna last. And you kind of have the feeling, but you're like, I don't want to be a negative person, but like low key, like I can tell. Y'all always posting statuses. I can't believe that they treated me this way. Saying, oh my God, is this love? And you're like, something gonna happen here. This person might also come across as someone who has had a lot of relationships in the past. I can't say if they've been long or short, but this person's a relationship person, right? And you might not be. Who knows? But they are a relationship person, so they'll be accustomed to things and already know the deal with things maybe more than you will. Message from water. This person is very very emotive. They're not afraid to express how they feel, their emotions, their feelings. Very caring, sensitive person, considerate. So there won't be anything that you feel like, oh, I can't tell this person this or that. You'll never be in that kind of situation with this person. With the 3 of water, you're going to be happy with this person. Happy, and you're not even going to think that maybe, they've been in a lot of relationships. It might worry you at first, but it's going to feel very natural. It's going to feel like breathing when you're with this person. And this person probably has a big friend group. Like they really have a lot of good friends. So that they know something about healthy relationships. With Oshu Mare here, they're going to be receptive to any conflict y'all have. So they'll be willing to change skins if the skin is uncomfortable. What I mean is like a snake, right? Like a snake can't just live in one skin for the rest of its life. It's constantly shedding its skin. Okay? So they'll be receptive to you. If you say, this bothers me, and they say, well, this bothers me, y'all will listen to each other, and y'all will be effective in coming together and finding resolutions. This is not a person who just gives up on things. Even though they've had a lot of relationships, I don't think that the relationships ended because they had a short attention span or anything like that. Things just happen. With Eshu, this person, they like to party. They might be a DJ. They might be an entertainer. They might like to gamble, but they're good at it. They might be a business person. Now that I think about it, they might be a business major, or they might own some companies, or are thinking about owning companies and stuff. I really feel like they want to go above and beyond being a manager. But with Eshu, they also like the worldly, material, finer things. So they will not be tripping when it comes to like showering you in the material. And the material might also be their love language, but you won't have to worry about, oh, I have to buy this person a lot of things. But, you know, if you buy them something, they'll be really happy about it. That's the kind of person that they are. Like the first date, they might take you to dinner and be like, just get whatever, you know, whatever fills you up. Yes, they're really all about expressing their love through material comfort. And finally, with the Four of Fire, they're a part of some type of, they might be a key member of a business. They might be a key member of an organization. But they work well with others. But also they're a part of some type of like business partnership. I have this feeling with other people, and the people, they always talk good about this person. Who knows? This might be a coworker that you end up with, but they're not really a coworker. They might work above you. I get this feeling. Which is why they're always off the market probably too, because they just have a lot to give. And shoot, money makes a lot of people happy. So in the past, with the King of Wands, they their relationships might not have lasted that long. They might have been through relationships like this. Okay, thank you. Next. In the present, they're being a really good friend to their friend. They're being a really good partner to their current partner if they're already in a relationship. If they're not in a relationship, they're being really caring to you, and it's freaking you out. Like, well, why is this person so caring and giving? What do they want from me? Do I have to give them something? I'm scared. No, you don't have to give them anything. They're just doing it for you because they like you. But if they're still with someone, they're trying to make it work the best that they can, but it doesn't look like it's working. But they're giving it all they got. In the future, the Five of Cups is here. Now, usually this card means disappointment. It could mean like getting hurt. But what this could also mean to me is that like in the future, you might meet this person. And if you do meet this person in the future, they'll probably be a little heartbroken, so it might take a little bit of time. Y'all are not going to start dating automatically. They'll need to heal. But you will surprise them and you'll get them out of this state. Now, I don't believe that people can change people, but you know, sometimes when someone is nice to you, you're kind of like, wow, there are good people in the world, and it does inspire, you know, change in some people. It doesn't make change, but it can inspire change. So that's you, number 5. Business person. Where you be hanging out? Where you gonna be with a business? Okay. Okay, 6. Who are you? Who's gonna be your next lover, next person that you end up with? What will they be like? What do the lonely do at Christmas? I don't know why I thought of that song. It was stuck in my head for some reason. Okay. So the next person that you're going to be with, I feel like they might be an activist because the enslaved prisoner is here. They might have just gotten out of prison. Who knows? They might, when you meet them, they might just have gotten out of a bad situation too, where they felt bound. But they might also be an activist who fights for freedom of any sort. A leg-wise here, so you might meet them on a Monday. You might meet them on a Monday night. You might meet them on Monday at 12 a.m., but who really knows? This tells me that, even if they might be an activist, they might also be a business person who just is like low-key an activist, or do any kind of trade and be low-key an activist, like fighting for people's rights. They could be a lawyer. Ooh, they could be a lawyer. That makes sense. Or a law student. But Alegua tells me like they're really good with their money. They really are. They're not silly with their money. They don't be spending things frivolously. Now when you're with this person, you might experience periods of loneliness with the 7 of air, or like they forgot about you, but they haven't. I just feel like this person is very passionate about something. So sometimes it might take them a minute to get back to you. They might be the type of person that texts you back minutes later, hours later. Now days, no, I don't think so, cuz nobody, okay, listen to me, y'all. Don't ever put up with somebody that texts you days later. No, no, no. But I feel like this person will explain themselves. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it took me so long." They're gonna apologize. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, well, I'll talk to you whenever I want." But sometimes, even though they do that, you might feel like sometimes, man, I just really want your attention. Or you might be approaching this person in the future. This person might not be the one to approach you, but that doesn't mean obviously it's going to be successful because they showed up here. With the 4 of water, when you approach them, they'll probably be bored of all the other options. And like I said, I'm not trying to say you're the last chance. They're desperate. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, when cards like these come out, you're gonna surprise them. You're gonna surprise them, because you're going to be different from everyone else that they're tired of seeing, tired of hearing from. With the 8 of water, something tells me that they want to go into this slow, because in the past, even though I've not read the past yet, this card just tells me in the past that they've fallen for people based on the first few days, and then these people ended up weighing them down in the end. And I feel like this person is always doing something very active, very for their community. They might want to be a pro bono lawyer or something like that. Or not a pro bono, maybe like a civil rights lawyer, civil case lawyer. Like they want to fight for people. So it's gonna seem kind of slow, and that might also be why you're like, why don't you text me more? I don't understand. And they're just doing that as a form of like protection, but obviously y'all gonna end up together. And with the 7 of fire, this tells me y'all getting together. It might be a little bit of a struggle, and sometimes you might question, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? This person's a little bit of trouble because their mind is not always focused on me. But trust me, you don't want someone that's always focused on you. And y'all are gonna work it out. There might be a few head bumps, few hesitations, but that's ultimately how y'all will get together, because they're like, even though everything is frustrating, at the end of the day we link. And I feel like it might be a little frustrating too, because I feel like this person isn't within proximity of you, so you'll be like, you live down the street, and I don't really hear from you. But I feel like that's just gonna be in the beginning. You just gotta be like, wake up. It's not that they don't like you, it's just there's something that they're very passionate about. But they're gonna have to learn to, hello, I'm in the picture. They have to learn that you're in the picture. So with the Ace of Pentacles, in the past, they were always working, always on their grind. This person hasn't really dated people too much. because they've just been focused on their coin, on their work, trying to catch a bag, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about a body. I'm not talking about a body bag. I'm talking about, like, bag of money. In the present, with the moon card, they're realizing they're a little bit lonely. They're like, yeah, I feel like all those rap songs are like, yeah, I'm just hustling, got 99 problems, but nobody is one. But then it's like, dang, I wish there was somebody, though. Like, sorry, they're really starting to feel their loneliness and, like, how much they've deprived themselves emotionally. They feel like they've kind of become like a robot machine, like work, 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 and they're like, I kind of would like to spend time with someone. So you might meet them. You might meet them at a networking event. You might meet them while they're on their job. They don't have to necessarily work with you. You'll probably meet them while they're working on something. And finally, with the Ten of Wands, in the future, they'll be busy. They'll be busy. So, yeah, they'll be busy, and this relationship in the future with this person is it's gonna be difficult, but I think it'll work. Otherwise, why would they show up? I mean, but let me know how you feel about that if you chose number 6. But it looks like they're going to have their hands full. But I feel like they're still going to make time. They're going to try to make time and listen to you. I don't think this is going to be the person that says, I'm too busy, because then nothing will initiate, right? And they won't show up here. So you guys let me know if that resonates with you. And let me know, when this happens, how it happens. I like to read y'all's comments. And let me know if there's any other pick a card, anything else you want to know about. Have a great Thursday.